Welcome back to Catholic Plus, where we are finding faith in fun. Join me as we mine entertainment for the treasures of our faith to serve you and the new evangelization. Today, we continue our exploration of Encanto with video 4 of 7, looking at the pressures of life, the expectations of our family, and both the help and virtue we need to solve problems. If you like Catholicism and Disney Plus, click that like button. And if you'd like to see more from Catholic Plus about Star Wars, Marvel, and more, click the subscribe button and tap the bell icon. Picking up with today's episode of Encanto, Mirabel goes to see the candle, which was just flickering as the house appeared to be cracking all over following Antonio's reception of his gift. Mirabel inspects the wall that is now again intact and overhears Abuela speaking to Pedro, her deceased husband, as if praying. Mirabel overhears Abuela knowing that there is a vulnerability to the magic, to the gifts that they are receiving. The miracle. Abuela is afraid that if the miracle dies, they will be back to where they were before with no home. The wound from Abuela's past is what is preventing her from loving the way she needs to as the matriarch of the family. She prays almost to Pedro to help her find the answer and protect the family, but the more that she clenches her fists in order to preserve it, the worse she makes it. How true is this of us, that we sometimes pursue good things, but in the wrong way, which actually makes it worse? Jesus Christ told us in Matthew 16 that whoever wishes to save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for Christ's sake will save it. There are many paradoxes in our faith, and here in Encanto we see a similar paradox. Where grandmother clenches her fists harder to preserve the miracle, Mirabel is willing to give up her safety and risks whatever it takes in order to save it. On a mission now, Mirabel seeks counsel from Dolores, who can hear everything. Dolores directs Mirabel to Luisa, whose eye was twitching all night, so she must be worried about something. Mirabel goes to consult with Luisa, who is in the process of moving this church, and notice that we have a priest in a Disney movie here. But how do we know that it's actually a priest and not some other Christian minister? Because he makes the blessing in the sign of the cross. So make no mistake, my friend, and tying into the Hispanic roots of the film here, we also have Catholicism in Encanto. I love it. Glory be to God. Okay, Mirabel finally catches up to Luisa, who is using her strength to help the entire town. And Mirabel struggles to find out what is bothering Luisa. Luisa continues to insist that nothing is wrong, thereby causing her eye to twitch, like we often do, in denial about our struggles. We're hiding it. But what we really need to do is bring those to the light and to get help from our family and friends. Mirabel has a gift of opening first herself and then Luisa to admit that things are not okay. As Luisa launches into her song, the lyrics give away a very deep wound and concerns of her heart. She says she's supposed to be the strong one and everyone is depending on her. She feels this incredible weight on her shoulders to keep everything held together. Using her imagery, she feels like a tightrope walker trying to keep everything balanced while carrying a heavy load. She wants to be of service while battling all the evils around them, but she feels this constant state of pressure dripping on her shoulders. There's constant imagery in this song of trying to keep things in balance, the way we probably feel throughout much of our life. Several studies have lately revealed the kind of stress that young people are under, trying to balance school, extracurricular activities, and the expectations of their family, while middle-aged people are trying to balance the stresses of maybe their marriage, raising children, their careers, and trying to prepare for their future. Older adults, on the other hand, are balancing sometimes caring for their aging parents, while on the other end, still helping their adult children with their struggles and lending a hand with the grandkids and the challenges that the grandkids are facing. Luisa is willing to protect her family and serve the entire Encanto community. However, she takes on way too much weight and bears it in silence to a degree that is radically unhealthy. This is an important lesson for us, and this is a common human experience. Luisa imagines what life would be like if she wasn't under this constant pressure and expectation. As she looks into Mirabel's eyes while they're flying through the clouds, there should be a realization that confiding in others can bring relief, especially confiding in God and asking for His grace. Listen to these lyrics. She says, "Who am I if I don't have what it takes? No cracks, no breaks, no mistakes." But this is so unhealthy and unreasonable as a self-expectation, and we would be wise to learn from Luisa's stress here. Mirabel's response is superb. She simply hugs her sister Luisa, which is clearly needed. Luisa finally confides that last night when Mirabel saw the cracks, Luisa felt weak. There is truth to what Mirabel saw. Luisa then gives Mirabel a clue. She says before Tio Bruno left, he had a terrible vision about the magic dying. If Mirabel is going to find an answer, she has to start with Bruno's door. Setting self-preservation aside, Mirabel enters Bruno's room and the sands of time are falling like an hourglass. Mirabel strengthens herself and says she has to do this for the family, for the Encanto, and for herself. Mirabel has to climb and risk her life to access Bruno's room. Upon entering, she finds the shattered pieces of his vision, which she is able to collect before the room fills with sand and she barely makes an escape with all of the pieces of his prophecy. Unlike Luisa, who is nearly buckling under the pressure and expectations of her family with her gift, Mirabel has no apparent gift. She persists in trying to solve this puzzle. The puzzle, however, requires more information. Bruno, and Mirabel will need help from the rest of the family to move closer to a solution, just like we need to trust in the help of each other in the family of the church to do what we are called to do and to fulfill our vocations. Next up, it's time to talk about Bruno, the family secret. But what do you think about all this? And did I miss anything? Comment below so that we can share more spiritual insights together. If you're proud to be Catholic and a fan of Encanto, be sure to like, subscribe, and click the share button below and help evangelize with us. If you want to grow even deeper in your faith, click the link to our sister channel, Passionately Catholic, in the description below and see all the stuff they have going on over there. Special thanks to all Catholic Plus patrons who make Catholic Plus possible. To see the thank you gifts you can receive by supporting Catholic Plus, check out our Patreon page in the link in the description below. May God bless you always, and I'll see you in the next episode.